Hey folks, welcome back to Hopped Up Beer Review. Today we're going to review the Uppercut from Boxing Bear Brewing Company out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Stick around.
Hey everybody, welcome to Hopped Up Beer Review, the show where we give your unprofessional and somewhat biased opinion about the beer we are drinking and reviewing. I've got Jay, I've got Andy in the attic. Gentlemen, what are we going to be drinking and reviewing today?
Today we're going to Boxing Bear Brewing Company out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're going to have their Uppercut India Pale Ale. It is a fine beer, and let's get started.
Oh. Jay, you don't know which one you shook up, do you?
Yeah. And we're
I
still
did not
doing it.
shake any of them up.
Mhm.
Y'all got to remind me to look that up. Where did tapping the top come from? I keep forgetting it.
But these
All
were
right.
pressurized at least twice.
Yeah. Well, mine came out okay. So
That a bit of a foam, but didn't spill over.
Nice. Idle hands.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. New glass?
No,
Yeah.
had it before.
Everybody.
Had it on this show.
Cheers, mates.
Cheers,
Cheers,
mates.
mates.
Ben, in case you didn't detect, it's 100 IBUs, 7.2%.
I detected some IBUs. I don't know if I would have put it at 100, but a little bit of bitter there.
Fortunately, they dry hop this thing, cuts that bitterness down. Uppercut IPA and American IPA. It uses an assortment of American hops. It is, again, 7.2%. It's almost close to being a double, but not quite. This is an award winner, the 2017 North American Beer Association bronze. That's all I could find out about the beer. They were not very descriptive. The company is very little information. It's a microbrewery in there in Albuquerque, Boxing Bear Brewing Company. And it's right there along the Rio Grande. They also make wines. And they are a fan of boxing, but I couldn't find any information on what's the story behind that, because a lot of their beers have to do with sport of boxing, the names of their beers.
Yeah.
And I searched multiple places to try and find the association with boxing and their owners and all, but it didn't, or the founders.
Yeah, I've been to I think they have 3 different tap rooms now. I've been to 2 that I know of. There's one down on Tramway that they just opened in the last couple years. And it's really good. And then the one there's one over by the convention center, I believe. But I love their flight tables. It's like a bear paw with each of the holders for the beer,
cool.
which is really kind of cool. But they've had some other good ones that I've had several of their good beers. There's a couple of their imperial stouts or Russian imperials that they do that were really, really good back in the COVID time period. Like you said, everything I've seen from them is related to boxing, but I don't know any of the story behind it.
So even the decor in the tap rooms and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Boxing.
Yeah, or they have their logo with the bear.
Or bears.
Mm-hmm. But all their beers typically have that name. I mean, it's like Headlock or Black and Blue or Red Knuckle or you know. So
Good
What
punch.
wasn't that a thing like back in the late 1800s, early 1900s or something to box a bear or something? It's am I making this up?
Like bear fighting.
Yeah. How do you get the gloves on the bear? That would be my first question.
We're not that old, Ben. That way we wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, y'all'd be closer to it than me, right? So that was why I
Yeah.
posed the question.
You're so funny.
So I'm going to assume that you have had this one, Jay, yet again.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of their one of the reasons I picked it is one of their top beers, so that we could try one of their flagships. Like Andy said, it's their award winning beer.
Yeah,
But
they've
yeah,
got
I've
other
had it in the tap room.
their site, yeah, indicated other beers that have won awards.
All right, Andy, why don't you go first today?
It I mean, this is a solid beer. It's like one of those, it's an American IPA. And if you could put this as an example of, this is what American IPA should taste like. It's got all the, it hits all the little box, or checks the boxes. The aroma, it's got that bitter taste to it, but it's not too bitter. Not so much of a piney resinous taste to it. It is just, so it won't be technically the West Coast variation. It's just the base of where an IPA would start, and then branch off from there to specialize in it. So that, kudos, it's really good. I'm going to give it an 8.0. It's a quality IPA.
Okay. I'll go next since Jay has had it before. We'll let him go last. I think that, you know, I think the point you're making, from a marketing standpoint, I think of, the Good People IPA, where it's just the name is IPA, right? I mean, it's just a standard IPA. I think that, would have been a good name for this one too, because it's just, I mean, that's it. That's what you see is what you get with this one, or what you taste, I guess. But what I'm trying to say is, it seems like a very standard IPA. There's nothing special about it. It has the bitter. It's not too bitter. But it's obviously not hazy. It's not a double. It's just kind of that standard. So I think I agree with you there that it checks all those boxes. I think, for me, because of that, really the main thing that I, pick up on it, even though it's not real bitter, it's just, I'm just left with the bitter taste. Right. And on the back end, the bitter comes in, and, you guys know where I'm going with this.
You're still not flashing it, because on the last one you released, you said you'd flash it on the screen so you wouldn't have to say it, but you're not doing it. You're failing to do it.
Yeah, I
so
know. I gotta
for
create
this one.
I gotta create the graphic. I hadn't done that yet, so that's why it's not up there.
That's post production, Andy. I mean, we're not going
Yeah.
to see that.
Yeah, but the ones we've said it on past ones, he's like, I need to flash this on the screen. The one we released just the other day, didn't do it.
Basically, Andy knows I'm not going to do it on this one either, so that's why he's bringing this up.
No, do it. Come on.
I mean, I got to create it. I just haven't done it yet. So that all being said, not the IPA guy. This one is just kind of like middle of the road for me, from an IPA standpoint, because again, I get the bitter. I don't really like it, even though it's not a lot bitter. That's just really all I get out of it. And so for that reason, it's probably going to be a little bit lower score for me. I'm going to give it, a 7. I think it's okay. I'd drink it again if somebody handed it to me, but it's not one I'm going to seek out personally.
It's still pretty high for you for
It's middle of the road.
an IPA that's bitter. I mean,
If it were more bitter, then it would be lower.
Yeah, I know how you are. Yeah, I like this beer, and I want to like it more. It just has a lot of hops going into it. They're, making it into that American IPA. It does have that bitterness. Maybe I'm getting more and more drawn towards hazies, because they have another one called Headlock, which is their hazy IPA, and I just like it better. I don't know, it just seems to be migrating that way, but this to me it's a solid IPA, solid beer. I love going to Boxing Bear when I visit Albuquerque, and usually I'll go there almost every trip now, because they have such a good selection, and then they do a good limited rotation. I think I'll go with a 7.5 on this, right in the middle of you guys. It's a strong beer, and I'll definitely seek it out and drink it.
That is going to give us a 7.5 for the Uppercut IPA from Boxing Bear Brewing Company, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, check it out if you can find it. Appreciate you guys checking out this video. I don't have anything else to say about it. And just be sure to check us out on social media. Jay makes beer disappear. And we probably have some other videos of that, maybe, or maybe not. Anyway, hey, for Andy in the attic, Jay, cheers, mates.
Cheers, mates. Lord, man.
Maybe y'all need to do the ending of these now.
Mm-mm.
Remember to like, subscribe, cheers that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Yeah, you're replaceable.